Good day, students. It's me, Ma'am Perlize Paunil, your PLE teacher. How are you today? I hope that all of you are doing great. Welcome again to another lesson in Cookery Jam. We are now here to the another competencies of cookery, which is prepare cereals and starch dishes. For our learning outcome today, perform mise en place. Mise en place is a French culinary phrase which means putting in a place or everything in its place. It refers to the setup required before cooking, and it is often used in professional kitchens, which refers to organizing and arranging the ingredients. For this lesson, cereals and starches will be introduced to you. Specifically, this module will help you to determine the sources and kinds of starch and cereals, identify ingredients in the preparation of various types of starch and cereal dishes. But before that, I want you to answer your pre-test. I will give you 5 minutes to answer your modules. Refrain from looking at your lessons and erasure. Ready? Time starts now. Alright, after assessing yourself, let us have a short recap. Answer your looking back on your module. For your direction, assuming that the customer will ask you the techniques applied in the different egg dishes shown in the menu on the cafeteria you are working. Identify the different techniques applied in presenting egg dishes attractively. Ready? Time starts now. I guess you are now ready with our new lesson for today. Cereals and starches. Let us first define the word cereals. Cereals are usually starchy pods or grains. It is the most important group of food crops in the world. It is named after the Roman goddess of harvest, which is Ceres. The most abundant cereals cultivated nowadays is rice, wheat, and corn. The next is starches. Starches is found in all forms of leafy green plant, located in the fruits, roots, cereals, and tubers. Starch is the most common carbohydrate in the human diet, and it is contained in many staple foods. The major sources of starch intake worldwide are the cereals such as rice, wheat, and maize, and the root vegetables are potatoes and cassava. Starchy foods are an important source of energy. After they are eaten, they are broken down into glucose, which is the body's main fuel, especially for our brain and muscles. Starchy foods provide important nutrients to the diet, including vitamin B, iron, calcium, and folate. There are 3 classifications of starch: native starch, modified starches, and purified starch. Let us discuss them one by one. Let us discuss the first classification of starch. Native starch. It is originally derived from its plant source, and it is made up of 2 molecules: amylose that contributes gelatinization amylopectin that contributes cohesions or viscosity or thickening properties when a starch mixture is cooked in the presence of water. Next classification is modified starches. Are starches that have been altered physically or chemically to modify one or more its key chemicals or physical properties. The last classification is purified starch. Purified starch may be separated from grains and sugars by a process called wet milling. This procedure employs various techniques of grinding, screening, and centrifuging to separate the starch from fiber, oil, and protein. The quality characteristic of the starch itself depend upon which role or function it will be used. Starches like potato starch and modified starch are added to processed meats, such as hot dogs, sausages, luncheon meat, hamburgers, ham, meatloaves. As a good source of carbohydrates, it is also used in the food and in baking industry. Cereal comes from any grains are very valuable and can contribute a great deal to our health. Cereal processed foods that can be included in our daily food servings are whole grain cereal, which contains natural proportions of bran, germ, and endosperm. Enriched cereals that are excellent source of thiamine, niacin, riboflavin, and iron, and restored cereals that is made from either the entire grain or portions of one or more grains to which there have been added sufficient amounts of thiamine, niacin, and iron to attain the accepted whole grain levels of these three nutrients found in the original grain from which the cereal is prepared. The picture shows here the anatomy of the whole grain. Whole grains contain three layers. The bran, which rich in fiber, are also called as the outer layer. The endosperm, which is located in the middle part of the whole grain. The germ, which is rich in nutrients, or the inner part of the whole grain. In contrast, when grains are milled or refined, the bran and germ portions are removed, leaving only the endosperm. When you eat a variety of foods made from whole grains, you get the nutritional benefits of the entire grain, including phytochemicals, protective plant substances, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. The picture here shows the differences between whole, refined, and enriched grains. Whole grains contain all three parts of the kernel, such as bran, endosperm, and germ. Refined grains are grains that has a missing one or more of three parts of the kernel, while enriched grains, same with the refined grains, however, it is enriched with different nutrients. The starches is important because of the following functions. It is used as thickening, gelling, binding and filling, stabilizing, moisture retaining, coating or ducting, diluent, and also coloring. Noodles and pasta are basically starchy food. It has physiologically function that depends on each starch and other constituents. It may contain other fibers and some proteins and fat as well. Dried noodles and pasta usually used in preparing starch and cereals. The following here are the examples of the Filipino pasta dishes: macaroni, miki, spaghetti, chicken mami, pancit canton, linguine, bihon, lasagna, sotanghon, and miswa. I guess you are now ready for our activity today. Answer activities 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3 on your modules. Avoid erasures. Good luck! Remember, alright, again, what is the difference between cereals and starches? Great! Good job, students! Let us check your understanding. This module has presented you a lot of ways to prepare an egg. Can we apply it in a real-life situation? Your task is to prepare an omelette and garnish it with available in your kitchen. Caution: strictly perform this activity under your parents' supervision. Listed below are the ingredients and materials and instructions needed. For your post test, read each question carefully. Encircle the letter of the correct answer. Please refer to your module. Avoid erasures. Good luck! For your reflection, write a reflective learning on the cereals and starches by completing the statement inside the box. Answer your modules. Avoid erasures. Good luck! Thank you so much again for viewing today's video presentation. Hope that this presentation will help you a lot. Keep safe and God bless everyone. Goodbye!